to Valentine TV. Today's reaction is coming from Tisa Tales. Um, like I said in the caption, Cassie will testify along with three others. The fourth one is a surprise for us. We don't know who it is. We can speculate that hmm, I don't know. I don't know who the fourth one is. I really don't. But anyway, Cassie said she will be there. About looking like 8 months pregnant, but she would. I mean, prego. Sorry, excuse me. She will be there. She said, and she is looking forward to looking at him in his eyes and telling him how he made her feel. All of that stuff. But right now, I'm gonna let Tisa talk. Yes, I had to speed it up, so y'all pay attention, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna let Tisa talk, and I'll be back with my reaction in just a moment, okay? And please, as you come in, please hit the subscribe button. If you like a little bit of the content, just hit the like button for me. Alright, thank you for coming to Valentine TV. Here we go.
She has said with her whole chest, firing against you, Diddy, and no, I don't need to be anonymous. However, Diddy's team is scrambling because they just found out a couple of weeks, literally before the trial, that there are 4 victims. Everybody's trying to guess who the 4th victim is. I actually think it's Daphne Joy who might be the 4th victim because I don't know. She got to keep the peace with 50 somehow. I think it's Daphne Joy, but forget all that. There are now 4 official victims that are going to testify to the worst, and Cassie is ready to go to war with Diddy. Unfortunately, Diddy is scrambling over this, y'all. Scrambling because they were not prepared for this. They said Diddy barely had his defense ready. And when he thought that there were only 3 people, and he thought he knew who the 3rd person was, this 4th witness is a surprise witness from the prosecution, and they want to be able to, they know who it is, but they want to be able to release the name to the public, because while they are testifying, here's what people are saying Diddy's plans, okay? Why he wants these witnesses' names made anonymous. So if they testify anonymously, it doesn't mean Diddy doesn't know who they are. He's going to be sitting in court looking at them. He has that right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they have a right. Yeah, Diddy and them know. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Diddy and everybody in the court, they know who it is. Diddy and them want it released to the public so they can be whatever humiliated, whatever the case may be. So they know who it is. Like Tisa said, it may be Daphne Joy. Who knows? But anyways, the 4th witnesses will be a surprise for us. Now, did them know, but they want them to be humiliated and all that stuff that happens once we find out who it is. I'm not gonna do nothing, but anyway, let's finish. But Cassie says she coming with her whole chest, okay?
Right to face his accuser. It is something very common in today's jurisprudence. Well, it's a hallmark of the American legal system. You get to face your accuser. That's not it, okay? He's going to be sitting there watching them. There'll be cross-examination, rebuttal. However, since this is not a regular courtroom, it's a Southern District in New York, they do not allow cameras in. It's going to be live tweeted. It is going to be known to everybody that they cannot release these people's names. Now, Diddy wants that not to be true because the plan is, I'll just come out and say it. Basically, he can do jury tampering at that moment. So let's just say if it was Daphne Joy, and I'm not saying it's her, but let's just say if it was Daphne Joy that actually gets up on the stand, okay? Now, they'll have cross-examination, they'll look at this and that, the jurors listen, they go home. What if you go home and you get on Instagram on your way home, you on the ACE, you gotta get on the F.
Yeah, that would be messed up to are you talking about my skin color, Patsy Simmons? I see you down there. Hey y'all, please hit the subscribe button. Hey Juan, yeah, and but anyway, yeah, it would be a trip if you was going home and you got on here and everybody was talking about you. Yeah, it would be weird. Wait a minute, get that video right, y'all. But anyway, yeah. So Diddy and them, they really want us to know so we can mess with well, not me, but his people, his friends and whoever can make do a little witness tampering. You know what I mean? Allegedly, everything's alleged here. Okay, in my opinion. But I'm gonna let Tisa keep going. Okay.
Oh, the whole point of the matter is, let's just say you get on and you're scrolling, and all of a sudden you see all these stories about how Daphne was this, Daphne was that, Daphne liked it. Well, even though you're not supposed to do that, you're going to have to take it into account. They're basically saying that Diddy wants to know everybody's business, and he wants it out on Front Street because he needs to find a way to smear them publicly. Because how else is he going to get his false narratives out? Because they can't do it in court. And that's what Diddy's mad about. These little underhanded games, these ways that Martellio says he's going to get off, they cannot do it in court.
Oh, that's right. They want to find out who it is so they can get all the dirt on them and use it on them, like in court. They can get people from this out and go around and get the dirt on them, and they can try to use it in court, allegedly. Okay? That's what I think, too. All right.
On top of this, Anthony Rico was right to run. If you guys don't know who Anthony Rico was, he was Diddy's black man attorney. Why am I bringing up Anthony Rico's race? Because Mark Agnifilio is now playing the race card. On top of that, Diddy is begging Joe Tacopino to represent him. Joe Tacopino, before, that's the guy that got A$AP Rocky off, that got Trump off, that got everybody off. Joe Tacopino said before, it was like, yeah, I'm not talking to Diddy because Jay-Z said they fell out and they persona non grata. We're not messing with each other. However, he said that Diddy keeps begging, and he's going to go listen to what Diddy has to say, because Joe Tacopino is basically arguably the best trial attorney in the U.S. right now.
Wow. And if that's the one just helped, allegedly about to help Wendy Williams, with her conservatorship and all that stuff. Yeah, I gotta go do some research on that. I heard something. But anyway, yeah, that's him. The one that got A$AP Rocky off. Yeah, that's him. So he said he gonna go listen to what Diddy has to say, y'all. But anyway, we got it.
Now, right neck and neck with Alex Farrell, and you know Alex Farrell is not getting his hands dirty with Diddy, right? So he's hoping that he can get Joe Tacopino to represent him in trial. Joe Tacopino is going to take over Anthony Rico's role. Anthony Rico left because he said, one, we're not prepared for trial, and two, ethically he cannot move forward, which means that maybe the Fed's accusations of Diddy doing jury tampering and all this other stuff are true. So that's where we find Diddy right now. According to Anthony Rico, they already weren't prepared for trial, and now they have a fourth witness. They counted on Cassie. They thought they had a defense against Cassie. The whole looked like she was enjoying it to me. That's your defense? That's your defense? That somebody that was forced to be high out of their mind was enjoying it? Anyway, Diddy is an absolute mess right now, and this fourth witness, they haven't been able to get a narrative out about them on purpose. They haven't been able to get a narrative out. The prosecution did this on purpose. Now, is it sneaky? Yes. Is it conniving? No. Is it legal? 100%. Diddy, did you really think that you were dealing with like just a civil lawsuit and you could play these little reindeer games? The point of the matter is, this fourth witness, she hasn't been known publicly, and they haven't had a chance to get out a false narrative about them. And the reason I think it might be Daphne Joy is because Daphne Joy, before that, Diddy spoke highly of her. She was around there for a lot. But, okay. So anyway, let's get into this.
Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. I was about to... Oh, yeah. Look, I was being nosy on YouTube, right? Ran into thing with Vlad and academics, the Hennessy man. And Vlad was talking about he heard through the feds that Diddy was gonna get bail. But I don't care what you heard. The trial is coming up. Cassie coming in town. So no, ain't no way they're gonna let Diddy out because he's in there for witness tampering or intimidation and all of that stuff. So we gonna see, because stuff happens. Stuff just happens. We gonna see. But I don't think so.
They said 3 other victims are preparing to testify against a disgraced musician anonymously. People magazine is confirming this. Sorry about that. My DoorDash came. Y'all know who I get. Anyway, right? They're saying that Cassie is prepared and willing to testify under her own name. Victim 2, 3, and 4 have asked that their identities not be revealed to the press and the public. Prosecutors requested the anonymous victims be referred to at trial only using pseudonyms, okay? And for the court to require the defense not to share identifying details about them. They said this case has already received an exceptional amount of media coverage, which will presumably only increase as trial proceeds. Permitting these measures will prevent unnecessary public disclosure of the victims' identities and the harassment from the media and others, undue embarrassment, and other adverse consequences that would also certainly follow if these women were forced to reveal their true names for publicity to their true names at the trial publicly. Yeah, you guys, listen. Diddy is done for. It doesn't matter how many lawsuits Tony Busby fumbles. Diddy is 100% done for. Now,
yeah, and as far as Tony Busby go, yes, he did throw us for a loop, but the point of the matter is, remember we had, well, not we, but Diddy had cases before Tony Busby even came. You know, he had cases before. And then Tony Busby got the cases from, Ava, attorney at law's place. They gave him those cases. Yeah. So, hey, we got some. And the federal government got evidence about, how you say it, ex trafficking. So yeah, Diddy, no, Diddy done. I don't care what nobody say.
The only real question that comes, and this is the question everybody's wondering, is what's Diddy's defense? Because right now, Diddy's only defense is they loved it. They couldn't get enough. Ooh, you see what that is? That is Diddy's for real, only defense right now. That they loved it and they couldn't get enough. Y'all, listen.
And he showed it to everybody y'all know he had a motion. He wanted to see the tape. He wanted to see it. He just had to see it. Him and Cassie, right? Doing the FOs, right? So he allegedly, I say allegedly, he showed it to the guys in the jail, right? And all of them said, oh, it looked like she's enjoying it. She looked like she enjoyed it. She high out of her mind, allegedly. Y'all understand what I'm saying? She high out of mind. That's why they had to do them during IVs and stuff after, allegedly.
Sam, what are y'all thinking? What are y'all feeling? I'll tell you one thing. Diddy is a dunner. I'll tell you another thing. Diddy thinks he can sit there and say Cassie enjoyed it all he wanted and it was a loving 10-year relationship. Diddy, you can lie all you want. What are you going to do when a 10-month pregnant Cassie sits on stage looking beautiful, looking full of life, and crying her eyes out over the hell you put her through? At the end of the day, Diddy is done for. This new witness 4, he's not going to like. But I do like the fact that Cassie said, baby, you think I've been hiding away? Because this is another thing that people have been saying. Let me just give you this last angle before we go. People have been saying that on top of Diddy trying to humiliate her, saying her tape was being shown at prison, doing all this stuff, they're also trying to say that Diddy is trying to guilt her. Like, you was around my kids, I was going to marry you. Yeah, things got out of control, but we was having fun. And now, because you wanted a bag, you said some stuff, and the feds are pressing charges, and that Cassie might feel a little guilty. Word on the curve is Cassie does not. Word on the curve is his little schemes are not going to work. But he is now trying to guilt Cassie into being quiet. And he thought it was working because Cassie has been silent. And he thought that if he could guilt the prosecution's star witness into being like, well, never mind, it wasn't that bad, or even pay her off to say it, that would be the answers to her prayers. But by saying this, Cassie is letting everybody know, baby, I'm here and I am going to testify against you. And I'm going to tell you to your face the way you know you made me feel, what you made me do, and the way I had to act. Y'all, listen. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. But Cassie 100% means war, and Diddy is sick about that fourth witness. Let me know in the comments who you think this mystery fourth witness is. I know some people have been saying this Young Miami. Young Miami just did a podcast saying Diddy made her feel safe in her womanhood, which made me feel sad for her. Baby, you got a lot of Chanel bags, but that's self-esteem. Ugh, Diddy didn't even make a mother of his kids rest in femininity. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later.
All right. So, y'all, let me know y'all think that fourth witness is, and what y'all think, how y'all think the trial is gonna go, because it's what May 12th. I know they got a hearing like April 25th. They may ask for some more time. I don't know. I don't know if they get it, or I don't know much about court. Okay, I'm gonna let you know that right now. I don't know much about court. I ain't never had to go, and I don't want to go. But anyway, y'all just let me know what y'all think is gonna happen in court. And yeah, but Cassie, she on her way. Oh, I know. I was trying to think, and y'all know the word on the curb is that she may have something about Kim Porter. Wouldn't that be something? That's what I heard. It's all alleged. And for me, just looking at all these videos and stuff, on YouTube and looking at the blog, all that stuff. So that's what I heard, though. What did she pop up with some stuff from about Kim Porter? I don't know. We gonna see. All right, so I'll talk to y'all later, okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming to Valentine TV. And I hope y'all subscribed and liked a little bit of the content. I'll talk to y'all later. All right. Good night.